Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Ubermacht Zion, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road once I hang up on Agent 14. It's like telemarketers in GTA. This is the second most voted for vehicle this week, coming in with an even dozen votes. You can vote for the vehicles that you want to see by clicking on the link in the description down below. So the Zion is a fantastic coupe in GTA. It's actually, in the coupes class, the quickest around the track. Though there are a few others that are very competitive. The Exemplar and the Felon both come very close to the Zion's times. All three very different cars, very different handling characteristics. The Zion is usually the one that I choose for racing. I just like the way it handles overall. Right now we're dealing with a little bit of a slippery surface because it just got done raining. So the back end is wanting to trail around a bit, but it should dry off. Yeah, it looks like it's dry now. So we're doing pretty good. There you go. You can see this thing does have a lot of power. So if you floor it in the dirt, the back end wants to slide around. But that makes it fun, right? Yes. Of course it does. Also means that's going to be the main challenge of getting this car to go up the mountain. Other than that, there won't be any issues. It's a lightweight car, small little coupe, short wheelbase, so there's not a whole lot of challenges presented here. It has enough power to really climb, so I'm not too terribly worried about how it's going to do, honestly. Matter of fact, I expect to see a really good time out of it. I think this one's going to come in right near that 3-minute mark for us. Might not quite get it. I don't think we're going fast enough. Because I am having to stay off the throttle a little bit. I can't really just floor it and go. Otherwise, it will spin out on me. But that'll be the biggest challenge. There we go. There's more of the telemarketing spam in GTA. Go to Warstock. No. On my second character, I am just constantly harassed by Agent 14, by Malk, by my assistant. They're all wanting me to buy stuff because my second character doesn't own a bunker. He doesn't own a vehicle warehouse. He doesn't own any regular cargo warehouses or anything like that. He does own an MC, but that was just, honestly, for me, an expensive garage. Just a place for me to get 10 more slots of vehicle storage so I can move a bunch of bikes in there. That's it. That's the only reason I own it. I don't own an MC business. So Malk's always like, hey, I see you haven't used that laptop. You'll see in this video, I get called by all three of them. 2 of them back to back, and it always happens that way. I get called by Agent 14, and a few minutes pass, and then, and now with Smuggler's Run, I'm sure Ron is going to be calling too. I'm actually recording this the day the video was, or the day the DLC was announced. I'm recording the voiceover. I recorded the car weeks ago. But I recorded the voiceover the day it was announced, so I'm sure Ron's going to be harassing me now, too, when I play on my second character. But the Zion is up. 3 minutes, 6 seconds. Very good time. Will it off-road? Yes, and it did a great job. So much that there wasn't really much for me to talk about. So we got to talk about telemarketers and GTA. That means now we have to take it back down Mount Chiliad, where, again, this is just a solid car all around. Has good brakes, so there shouldn't be too many problems shaving off the speed. Lovely sunset. I like the Zion a lot. I actually own 2 of them, 1 on each character. This is on my second character with the hardtop, and then on my first character, just so I can have it for races, I own the convertible version. They both perform identically. I mean, yeah, it's 2 different car models, but under the hood, where the performance comes into play, they are exactly the same. So I'll probably take the convertible off the list for voting at the same time I take the hardtop off, because there's no point in doing the convertible too, since they are the exact same car underneath. Again, going downhill and will it off-road for the controlled descent is all about braking and making sure that we don't lock up. I don't want to purchase a bunker. Stop it, game. God. Told you, it's just non-stop on my second character. It really gets annoying after a while, every time I play. Like, my daily objectives usually take me like 10 or 15 minutes to complete every day, and that's about all the time I spend on my second character is just for daily objectives. And then I move on, which is kind of sad because I used to play on him more because he has a lot of cool cars. Some of my favorite cars, in fact, that I own are on my second character. But it's just so annoying to constantly get the interruptions in game. Especially, you know, like when they call in the middle of a gang attack and you're trying to fire a gun and, oh, no, now you got to play with the phone. And you get shot or, you know, just other different things where it just becomes a nuisance. Had a little bit of a bumpy bit where the back end came around from the landing, but nothing that couldn't be brought back under control. Able to get quite a bit of speed throughout this section here. The Zion will bounce around a little bit because it is lightweight, but it's very composed when it does it. It's very easy to keep this car under control, even when it does bounce up and over something. Unlike like the Felon, which I love. I mean, it's the Vainglorious crew car. But that's a very top-heavy car, and it will roll over very easy. There's Malk. Here comes the assistant. Get ready for it. I just always immediately hang up on them. But we're back down on the asphalt. Go away. And coming around our last couple little bends here. I'm going to blame that accident on the assistant, but we're down in 2 minutes, 38 seconds. So let's take it back to the top of Mount Chiliad. Fling it off the side in a rare nighttime run. And see how she does for damage. I think we actually have another nighttime run in this video. Can't quite remember. We'll see. But, anyways, the Zion has been in the game for quite a while. Actually, since launch. I shouldn't say quite a while. That makes it sound like it's a DLC car. No. It's been in the game since launch. So, it does have damage models for the car. But the Zion's really weird. Like, I have completely destroyed one before. And I don't not like by blowing it up, but just like making it unrecognizable because of all the body damage. But then sometimes I'll drive it and I can hit things over and over and it acts like a brand new DLC car, taking very little cosmetic damage. It's just, I don't know, it's really strange. It's really hit or miss with this car. So I really don't know what we're going to see. I mean, look, right now we've still got headlights and taillights, which as many times as we've landed on the rear end and hit things with the front of the car, all we've lost so far is the bumper and a window or two. It's just, it is always just, you know, back and forth with this car on damage. I don't quite get why that is. Let's see how it does here in the bumpy, muddy bits. Got a little stuck in here trying to get, there we go, burn out so I can get through. And it's predictably bouncing around quite a bit in the bumpy bit here. Managed to nail the boulder. Up around the wood pile. Oh, managed to clip it just barely. But we are down for the damage descent. 1 minute 47 seconds. Let's look at the damage. Not much, really. One headlight, 2 windows are out. The front bumper's gone. The hood and left door won't close. Has very minor body damage and some bent wheels. But that brings us to our next vehicle, the Bravado Youga, coming in with 16 votes. And again, don't forget to go vote for the vehicles you want to see featured in Will It Off-Road by clicking on the link in the description down below. This wraps up another round where I had recorded several vehicles in a row. So starting in the next Will It Off-Road, we will start seeing even more new cars. We've got one vehicle that has over 300 votes. So that will be interesting. And yeah, it's an interesting one to try to off-road with, let me tell you. It's not weird like the Buzzard or the Sea Shark or things like that. It's interesting in its own right because of the challenges. Excuse me as I hiccup. The challenges that are inherent in the vehicle. You'll see in the next Will It Off-Road. Don't worry. That'll be Will It Off-Road number 63. I have done 62 of these. Like, I think this is my 132nd vehicle that I've tested for Will It Off-Road, which is just hard to believe that I've done that many. If you've never checked out the spreadsheet that shows all of the times and everything, check it out sometime. I've got it kind of organized Okay, well, not kind of. I got to organize exactly how Bruffy has his racing lap times done. I've got one tab where it's just all the vehicles from first to last, and another tab down at the bottom that has them sorted out by class. And then for the Will It Off-Road in the snow that I've done, I also have a separate tab for those, which, you know what? We're only about, what, 9 weeks away, 10 weeks away from Christmas? Maybe, I don't know, by the time this video goes live. Not 100% sure. So we'll have some more Will It Off-Road in the snow coming up really soon. I always try to record about a dozen vehicles when the snow falls. I want to enjoy the snow, so I don't just record Will It Off-Road during those times. But I do try to make it a point to get out and record a bunch of stuff. That's all things I just choose, though. They're not things that get voted on, really. You can vote, but there's really nowhere to indicate, hey, I want you to do this one in the snow, so sorry. So the Yoga is a van I like. I mean, as you can tell, it's my personal vehicle. I've got this thing all pimped out, as I do with a lot of my vans. And, of course, it comes with complimentary free Wi-Fi to entice passengers to ride with me. But it's not one of the faster vans. It has some low-end power, but it's just not got a engine that revs up very fast. Therefore, it doesn't pile on speed as quick as some of the others. I mean, this is no minivan. This is no, I just went blank on the name of it, Rumpo Custom. You know, it's a slower, big, heavy van. So it definitely is struggling here and there to keep the speed going. But so far, nothing too serious. I mean, it keeps moving forward. I think the upgrades definitely help in that regard. I like the looks of the Yoga, though. I'm really happy to own it. I have a garage full of vans on my first character. Literally everything in the garage is a van. So, 10 cars located on Exceptionalist Street. All vans. It makes me very happy. It brings this warm feeling inside to have that many vans. I don't know why. I just like them. We're coming up to the final steep climb, and I'm just not sure if this is going to do it or not. It wants to, but then it loses grip just at the last second. So instead, I've got to very carefully back up here, try to not slide down the side of the mountain. Looks like we're going to come in around the 4-minute range with this one, which is kind of sad that it's so slow getting up the mountain. But what do you expect? Look at those racing seats, though. They look really badass. There we go. Building up some speed, so we should make it this time. Yeah, we're up. Over the last bit of rocks with a time of 4 minutes, 5 seconds. Will the Yoga off-road? Yes, it will. Not the quickest, but you know what? It'll do it. So now let's take it in a controlled descent, and this is where things could get interesting, because while the brakes are upgraded on the Yoga, they're still not very good. They're just not. It doesn't like to stop. So we'll see what happens here to the van. Gonna try to keep the speed down because, well, it's a big top-heavy vehicle. We've got gravity pulling on it as well. So, you know, I've got to be very careful here to not go flying off the side of the mountain. You can see I'm just tapping the brakes so they don't lock up. I needed a drink of water. You can probably hear the lid on my water bottle squeaking. It's my big stainless steel clean canteen. Nope, not a sponsor. I just like clean canteens. Very handy. Anyway, big wide turning radius on this thing, so a lot of these corners are a little tricky to get the van through. And then here the brakes almost result in a catastrophe when I managed to get it stopped just in time. Gonna have a bit of a problem getting around this corner as well. Gotta do a 3-point turn here. There we go. Over this uneven terrain, van handles it just fine. First jump, front heavy like most, but didn't bounce on landing. It was very composed. We'll see if that remains true for all of these jumps on the way down. And another big one. Again, really front heavy, but my gosh, it just lands and goes. It's just so stable on the landing there. I don't know that that stays true for all 4 big jumps, but a third one, beautiful. I mean, that's how you want the jumps to go, is just really controlled with a lot of composure. Here, I went off to the side. That meant I couldn't slow down, and off the side of the hill we go. You know, it happens sometimes. That was more careless driving, I think, than the van. I had too much speed, didn't slow down in time, and wound up bumping up on the side of that cliff. Managed to break a window on something there. I'm not really sure what. Trying to find a way to get back up to the path here. Wanted to see if it could climb this bit, but I should have known better, honestly, that it wouldn't be able to do it. Just a lot of wheel spin. So instead, we're going to go around to the side and see what we can do from there. As I take another drink of water, because I'm losing my voice today. I have recorded a shit ton of videos today. Took a day off from packing for my upcoming move and decided to do a lot of videos. So, yeah, been talking for like 10 hours, so my voice is kind of done. This is the last one I have to do, though, so not too bad. Coming around to the tree of mini crashes, but once again, we escape it. Just trying to take it real easy through this section here since we don't have the best turning radius. Coming down to the asphalt so I can get back on the gas. Back in wanting to come around. But hey, at least there's no phone calls from telemarketers in GTA, you know. And we are down in 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Almost hit a Prius. So that means taking it back to the top of Mount Chiliad. Once again, to fling it off the side of the mountain to see what type of damage this thing can withstand. And once again, we're doing it at night. Kind of happens when I record a bajillion cars in one day. And I did. I recorded like 9 or 10 cars in one day. Sometimes I'm just like, screw it, I'll go at night. Just so I can get them done. Because waiting for nighttime to go away is a pain in the ass. So we've already lost all of our headlights. And it sounds like we're losing a lot of windows on the way down. But so far, all the body panels are staying in place. Looks like the doors won't close already. I love that I have neons on this van. I don't know why I pimp out my vans like I do. I just do. I love to pimp out vans. There's just something about it that just begs for it to be done. Plus, if you've never taken a yoga into Los Angeles Customs, grab one off the street sometime. I mean, you don't have to pay for anything or actually, you know, put a tracker on or anything, but you'll be surprised. This thing has a huge number of customization options for a van. I mean, the only other van that gets that many customization options is the minivan custom. It's just bizarre how much you can do with this thing. Ran over my own hood there. Oh, a nice flip through the air into a roll. That did some damage. But surprisingly, the body looks really good on this thing. I mean, it's a really dark blue and it's nighttime. So it's kind of hard to see. But, I don't know. Actually, no, we're kind of getting a little bit of light. I take that back. The body looks great. I don't see anything really banged up other than windows and a hood missing. That's kind of impressive. We'll take a look at the damage more clearly here in just a second. Into the wood pile as usual. But we are down 2 minutes, 7 seconds. Let's take a look at that damage. The headlights are gone. All the windows are gone. The hood is missing. The doors won't close. And it has bent wheels. Hey guys, don't forget to go vote for the vehicles that you want to see featured in Will It Off-Road. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.